Good morning, everyone. Let us start this practical session. So in this practical session, we will understand the working of water level control mechanism for the tank using PLC controller. Okay. So PLC is the programmable logic controller. So this is the schematic representation of the water tank and the PLC module. So this is the storage tank. So in the storage tank, we want to maintain the water level between the two limits. So this is the lower limit and the upper limit. Okay. So condition here is if the water level drops below this lower limit, okay, then we need to supply the water from the supply tank. So this is the supply tank. Okay. So if the water level drops below this lower limit, then from the supply tank, we will supply the water to the storage tank. And if the water level crosses the upper limit, then we should stop the supply. Okay. So these levels, they are monitored by using these two sensors. So this is the lower limit sensor and this is the upper limit sensor. So this is the pump which is connected to the supply tank. So it receives the water from the supply tank and then it supply the water to the storage tank. So this operation of pump, it depends upon the sensors connected to the storage tank and the sensor connected to the supply tank. So supply tank has one sensor. So this sensor, it monitors the lower level of the water in the supply tank. So if the water level is below this sensor, then this pump will not supply any water to the storage tank. So it will stop operating. So for the operation of the pump, the first requirement is there must be sufficient water level in the supply tank. Okay. Then and only then this pump will start operation. So the inputs of these sensors, they are given to the PLC module. So all three sensors, they are connected to the PLC module. So this PLC module, depending on the program, it will give the output. So this output is given to the 230 volt supply. So this is the 230 volt supply. It is given directly to the pump. So depending on the output from this PLC module, this pump will start the operation or it will stop the operation. So now we will see the different conditions to start and stop the pump. So first condition, if the water level is below the minimum limit or the minimum level in the supply tank. So you can observe here. This is the supply tank. So first condition is if the water level is below this sensor in the supply tank, then pump, it should stop operation. Okay. So if the water level rises above this sensor, then this sensor, it will give the signal as a 1. So this is the logic 1 signal. That means it will give the high pulse. Okay, so this high pulse is given to the port number 1 of the input module for the PLC. So this is the, port number 0. So this sensor is directly connected to the port number 0. Okay. Then if the port number 0, it receives the 1 signal, that means high pulse, then it will give the output to the pump. So this port number 0 of the output module is connected directly to the 230 volt supply. So this is the 230 volt supply. Now the second condition is we should check the water level in the storage tank. So if the water level in the storage tank is below the lower sensor, Okay, so let us take the sensor 1, this is sensor 2, and this is sensor 0. So if the water level in the storage tank is below the sensor 1, then this sensor 1, it will give the logically 0 output. So this is called as a low pulse. Okay, so this 0 output of the sensor 1, so sensor 1 is connected to the port number 1 of the input module. Okay, so this is 1 and this is 0. That means sensor 1 is giving the input signal as a 0 to the pin number 1. Okay, so for 1 and 0 combination of port number 0 and 1, the PLC module will give the output to the pin number 0 as a 1. Okay, so when pin number 0 for the output receives the 1 signal, immediately supply is given to the pump. Okay, so pump will start its operation. It will supply the water. So right now pump is working. Okay, so it will supply the water to the tank, and now water level in the tank, it will start rising. Okay, so first it will cross the lower sensor. So this is the sensor 1. So when water level rises above the sensor 1, immediately sensor 1, it will give the output from 0 to 1. Okay, so it will give the high pulse. So this high pulse is given to the pin number 1. So this is pin number 1, this is 0. So 0 is receiving the 1 input because there is sufficient water level in the storage tank. Now pin number 1, which is connected to the sensor 1, it will receive the 1 signal. Okay, and this sensor 2, it is giving the out input as a 0 because the water level is below this sensor, and therefore this sensor is giving the output as a 0, and this is connected to the pin number 2. So this is the logic combination 1 1 and 0. Okay, so if this is the combination, and if the pump is on, okay, then this 0 pin of the output, it will give the 1 signal. So 1 signal meaning is pump should be in the on position. Okay, so pump is on and water level will keep rising. And once the water level crosses the upper limit, then you can observe this sensor 2, it will change the output and it will give the 1 pulse. Okay, that means high pulse. So right now both these sensors, they are giving the high pulse. Even this sensor 0 is also giving the high pulse because there is sufficient water level. Then in the storage tank, water level is above the sensor 1 and it is also the above the sensor 2. Okay, so for this condition, at the input module, we will get 1 1 and 1. So all these 3 pins, pin number 0, pin number 1 and pin number 2, they are receiving the signal as a 1. Okay, at this condition, this output will give the 0 signal. So meaning of 0 signal is pump should stop operation. Okay, so it will cut off the supply and immediately pump will stop operation. So it will not supply the water. Okay, so this is the PLC connections. So we will see all 3 conditions again. So first condition is, this is the sensor connected to the supply tank. Okay, so simultaneously we will understand the ladder programming. So this is the PLC ladder programming. Okay, So this is the input pin 0. This is input pin 1, input pin 2. So supply tank sensor is connected to the input pin 0. Storage tank sensor, lower sensor, and this is the upper sensor. So let's take this sensor 1 and this is sensor 2. So suppose there is not sufficient water level in the supply tank, then the supply tank sensor will give the signal as a 0. So when the supply tank signal is 0, that means if the pin number 0 has 0 signal, then pump should stop its operation. Okay, that means at the output we should get the 0 signal. Okay, so this condition we can write as a program. So this symbol is for the input. Okay, so it will check the input condition. So here in the first row, so this is called as a rung. So this horizontal line in the program is called as a rung. So this is the first line, and we are adding 2 input elements and 1 output element. So the first input element, we should check the condition of the lower tank, that is the supply tank. Okay, so here this input is normally open. So in the normally open condition, it will not supply any signal to the output. Okay, so what is normally open condition? If this input pin number is 0, okay, if it receives the 1 signal, then it will become closed. Okay, in that condition it will supply the signal, okay, to the next circuit. So right now it is normally open, that means if it receives 0, it is normally open. So this is input pin, this is 0/0. So this signal, this representation is for the input pin number 0. Okay, so right now it is normally open. It will get activated or connected when the signal given by this sensor is 1. Okay, then second input element that we have added, so this is input 0/1. So this will check the water level is below the lower limit, okay, in the storage tank. So this is taken as a normally closed. So that means if water level is above the minimum limit in this supply tank, okay, so if the water level is above the minimum limit in the supply tank, then sensor 0, that is LS0, it will give the output as a 1. Okay, at the same time, if the water level is below the minimum limit, that is a lower level in this storage tank, then sensor US1, it will give this signal as a 0. Okay, so this 1 and 0, they are given to the pin number 0 and 1. Okay, so you can observe here, pin number 0 has a 1 signal, pin number 1 has 0 signal. Okay, so as per our program, when this input pin 0 has a 1 signal, it will get closed. Okay, so it will supply the signal to the next element. So next element is normally closed. Okay, that means when it is receiving 0, it is in the closed condition. So our condition is the water level is above the minimum limit in the supply tank, so there is sufficient water in the supply tank, and water level is below the minimum limit in the storage tank. Okay, that means pump should start operation. So here This is 1, so it will be closed. This is 0, that means it is closed. So supply is given in this direction and directly it is given to the output. Okay, so this output is nothing but the pump. Okay, so when we receive 1 for pin number 0 and we receive 0 for pin number 1, then pump will start. So this is the on condition for the pump. So this is our first logic. Okay, so for this logic, pump will start operation and water is supplied to the storage tank. Okay, so in the storage tank, initial water level is below this lower limit. When water is supplied from the pump, it will start rising. So when water level crosses the lower limit in the storage tank, so this is the second condition. Now pump is on. This is the lower limit and this is the upper limit in the storage tank. And water level has just crossed the lower limit in the storage tank. Okay, so sensor 1, it will give the signal as a 1. That means sensor 1, it is in on condition. It will supply the signal as a 1, that is called as a high pulse. And this high pulse is given to the pin number 1. So you can observe here, initially pin number 0 is on. Now pin number 1 is also receiving the 1 signal. So this is 1 signal and this is also 1 signal. Okay, so at this condition we should get the output pin as a 1. That means pump should remain in the on condition. Okay, but at the same time the water level is below the upper limit, so this sensor will give the output as a 0. Okay, so now we have to program this condition. Water level should keep rising up to the top level. Okay, so pump must be in the on condition. So this is the logic. Pin number 1, sorry, pin number 0, this is I0/0, it is normally open. Then this is normally closed. This is input pin number 0, 1, and this is the output pump. So as per our logic, this is receiving 1, so it will be closed. This is 0, so it is already closed for 0 condition. Okay, now if water level rises above the sensor 1, then sensor 1 will give the output as a 1. Okay, so if this output changes to 1, it will not supply the signal, so it will become open. Okay, so for this condition pump will stop the operation. Okay, so it will turn into off condition. Okay, but we need to maintain the supply of the water, so we have to add one parallel block where now we have added the input of the sensor 2 in a parallel to sensor 1. So this is I0/2, and here we will check the condition whether pump is in the on condition or it is in the off condition. So this is, we are checking the output. So here output pin 0/0. This is normally open. Okay. So here program will check whether the pin number 0 is receiving one signal. So this is in the closed condition. Okay. Then pin number 1, it is receiving the one signal. Okay. So it will cut off this supply because it is normally closed. So it will open this when it receives 1. Okay. So here initially pump was on condition. So after this, program will check this ladder. So this logic. So initially it was in the on condition. So it will check whether this is normally closed. So pin number 2, it will be normally closed. Okay. And therefore signal is given from this to the pump. Okay. And again pump will be in the on condition. So pump will remain on till water level reaches to the second sensor. So you can observe here. Now water level has crossed the second sensor. So this is the water level. So at this condition, sensor 2 is giving one output, sensor 1 is giving one output. Okay. So here pin number 0, it's 1, pin number 1 is also 1, and pin number 2 is also 1. Now check our ladder logic. So this is normally open. This is 0/0. Then we have normally closed 0/1. Then this is the pump output. So this is the 0/0. This is output 0/0. Then we have added one parallel logic where we check whether pump is in on or off condition. So this is also a pump. And then this is normally closed. This is sensor 2. So this is 0/2. Okay. So when the water level in the supply tank is above the lower limit, so this is 1. So when this is 1, this will get connect. Okay. So it will give the supply. So it is getting connected. And when this is 1, so it will cut off the supply. Okay. So pump will not start. Again we should check the parallel block. Okay. So in the parallel block, first we will check whether the pump is in on condition. So pump is off condition. So this is off condition. So this will remain open. So this is normally open. Okay. So as this is normally open, then signal will stop at this condition. Okay. So it will not complete this path and therefore pump will not start. So pump will remain in the off condition. Okay. So as the pump in off condition, and if we are consuming that water from the storage tank for some application, then water level will start dropping from the top level. Okay. So suppose water level drops below the top level and it is above the lower level. Okay. So in that condition, so you can check this logic. So water level is dropping from the top level and it is above the lower limit level. Okay. So at this condition, pump should remain in the off condition. Okay. So pump should again enter into the start condition when water level is below the lower limit level. So we should keep the pump in the off condition till the water level reaches to the bottommost level. So for this condition, the sensor 2, it will give the output as 0 because water level is below this. So this is the water level, and this sensor, it will give the output as a 1. Okay. So this is sensor 1, this is sensor 2. So you can observe there is sufficient water level in the supply tank. So this is 1. So it will be in the closed condition. Okay. So initially it is normally open for 0, and when it receives 1, it will get connected. And this is normally closed. So when it receives 0, it is normally closed. And when it receives 1, it will be in the open condition. So open condition means it will not supply the signal. So it will cut off the signal. So this path cannot be completed. So pump will remain in the off condition. Okay. Now we should check the second path. For the second path, first we will check whether there is a output at the pin number 0 for the output module. Okay. So for the output condition is pump in the off condition. So there is no output. So this is also closed. Sorry, this is also open. Okay. So this path cannot be completed. So both the path, they are in the closed condition. Okay. So pump will remain in the off condition. Now next condition is water level drops below the lower limit. Okay. So for the lower limit, this will give the 0 output, this will give the 0 output. At this condition, pump must be in the on condition. It will supply the water, okay, to fill the storage tank again. So you can check this logic. So here we are receiving the 1 signal from the supply tank. From storage tank, we receive the 0 signal. So 0 signal means this is normally closed. So it will remain in the closed condition. So it will complete this supply. It will give the supply. Okay. This will give the supply. So you can get this path and we will get the output. So pump in the on condition. Okay. So this is the ladder logic for the water level control. So now we can see the actual operation. Good morning. So this is the apparatus. This is storage tank, and this is the supply tank. So this is the sensor to check the water level in the supply tank. So this is the lower limit. So if the water level drops below the lower limit in the supply tank, then pump must be in the off condition. And if the water level is above this limit level, then pump must be in the on condition. So these are the limiting levels in the storage tank. So we want to maintain the water level between these two limits, and these are two sensors. So basically these are floating sensors. So these are called as a ball float sensors. So you can observe here, the right now water level is dropping, and once it drops below the lower limit, immediately pump will be in the on condition. So you can see again the water level start rising, and it will keep rising till it crosses the upper limit. Once it crosses the upper limit, the PLC will give the supply to the pump, and pump will be in the off condition. And again it starts dropping. It will drop till it crosses the lower limit. So this is the ladder programming. So this is the PLC software. So here this pin number 0 for the input, it is normally open. Then pin number 1 of the input is normally closed. So pin number 1 is connected to the sensor 1 of the storage tank. Then here pin number 2 of the input is again normally closed. It is connected to the sensor 2, that is the upper level sensor. And we are using the output 0, which is the pump, okay, as the input here. So you can check here on the PLC. So this is pin number 0, this is pin number 1, and this is pin number 2. So as per our ladder logic, okay, so you can observe, as per our ladder logic, if the pin number 0, it receives the high pulse, that is logically 1 signal. That means there is sufficient water level in the supply tank. And if pin number 0 is receiving the 0 signal, okay, that means water level in the storage tank is below the lower limit. In that condition, PLC must give the supply to the pump, and pump must be in the on condition. So you can observe the PLC is giving the supply to the output pin 0, and this output pin 0 is connected here. Okay, so this light is on, that means pump is connected and pump receives the 230-volt supply. So pump is in a on condition. Okay, so water level start rising in the storage tank for this condition. Okay, and once water level crosses the lower limit, then lower limit sensor for the storage tank will give the signal as a 1. Okay, so this is the 1 signal given, so it is in the on condition. Okay, so when output pin, input pin 0 and input pin 1, they both are 1, then pump must be in the on condition. Okay, when the liquid is rising in the storage tank. Once liquid crosses the upper limit, then upper limit sensor will give the signal as a 1. So you can receive 111 for pin number 0, pin number 1 and pin number 2. That means in the storage tank, water level is above the upper limit. For this condition, pump must be in the off condition. For off condition, PLC must give the output supply as a 0. That means this output pin, it must be off. Okay, so as this is off, that means pump is off. So this is that condition, and from this condition, water level will again start dropping. So first, upper limit sensor will give the 0 output because water level is below that sensor. Okay, for this condition, pump must be in the off condition. So pump will remain in the off condition till water level is above the lower limit sensor. Once water level drops below the lower limit sensor, then you can see the pump will start operation. Okay, that means when this is off, pin number 1, that means the water level is below the lower limit. For this condition, we should start the pump again to supply the water. So this is how we can control the water level in the storage tank.